Go ahead. You back. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
So you said you met you the guy you were dating recommended my channel to you.
He did.
All right. How long ago was that?
We're going on 2 months.
All right. So yeah, I don't expect women to agree with everything, but what I would like is if women would at least start hearing what men think, and then
No,
have a healthy conversation, and then you come to your
absolutely.
own understanding.
Absolutely.
Is it kind of working in that direction?
Absolutely.
Then
Absolutely.
then it's a success.
Yes, we have a very spiritual background. Um, so your input gives us more of the worldly
Mm-hmm.
view of things. So
What's your are you spiritual? Are you
we're
Christian?
spiritual.
Okay.
We're Christian. We're
Okay.
Christian.
See, I'm a Christian, but there's little bits of that sprinkled through, but everybody ain't what we are. And see,
Exactly.
if you say
Exactly.
that it's helped foster conversation, then that's a win. Because I will
Absolutely.
say I was baptized at 5. I've watched my church go from preaching Old Testament and New Testament to straight Christian light prosperity. And I'm like, well, and men have left, especially in the area
Right.
I have, and it's because of several things. And if I can get people to have a conversation about these things and it backs into spirituality, then all the better. So I'm glad to hear
And,
that from you. Uh,
you know,
Go ahead.
church hurt, church hurt is absolutely real.
Mm-hmm.
But the spiritual part, as long as I- my biggest thing tonight with you is
Go ahead.
I want to talk about how I am a how valued
Go
woman.
ahead.
Um, I like see before she's not. I don't see her right now, but I am a no matter what I look like, a hood type person. I'm
Okay.
from Decatur, Georgia. Um,
That's
I I've had a rough upbringing. I'm not from parents. My parents are from high school. They were teen parents.
mm-hmm.
Um, but I joined the military. I've served my country. I got married, actually married a man that was 10 years older than me. I did meet him when I was too young.
Mm-hmm.
So I am a woman that has been groomed. So
Okay.
I do know that I am not the average 30-year-old
Okay.
woman. Um, when my ex-husband is 40. Um, but now I'm not in the military. I am in your danger zone at 30. So go ahead and give me my danger
Well,
zone
see
shot.
what I need you ladies to understand is first off, and I got 8 other people in here. Uh, I'm from a single mother. My father has 13 children. I'm from the projects, Oklahoma. You don't make your. uh, Most people get high value as some of this elitist, upper class. You have to be born perfect, and if there's anything that resembles anything that's not blue blood, pinky in the air, escargot, caviar, and champagne, you ain't shit, and that's not it. Uh,
That's just sometimes the way you make it sound,
but
Kevin.
here's the thing: I cannot be responsible for how people, how many different ways I'm on Monday through Friday, 10 to 12. I have spelled it out on the screen. And I still have people getting it wrong because what I'm asking people to do is where are you ranked in your life right now? You were in the military, right? There was a
No,
ranking system.
not right now.
But
No,
you
I'm
were.
out.
There was a ranking system and a hierarchy. The higher up you
Ab-
went, the more options and more options you got, the more
mhm.
opportunities you got, right?
Right,
That's how life is.
right.
And
I
there
agree.
and so what we don't like is the fact that there is a ranking system. We like it when it works to our advantage, but when it doesn't work to our advantage, it's like, well, don't talk about it or let's change it. But what have I said that makes it seem as though it's unattainable for people from the hood? Because I'm
No,
from the
I think
projects.
No, that's not even the part I think that applies to me. The part that applies to me, I think, when you say is I'm a single mother
Okay.
because I have 2 kids from my marriage. I
Okay.
was married for 8 years.
Were you married?
Um,
Did you have the children before or after the marriage?
in my marriage, they're my husband, my ex-husband's
So
kids.
those are two different things.
I get that, but when we listen to you and I hear you, it's like I hear one thing and it's a different thing. Sometimes I hear thing, I'm like, okay, I get it, and that might be the big part about us listening online is we don't get to hear the other messages.
Well,
But there are
if you
a
hear
lot
me,
of
but if you
messages
hear
that I sit
me,
over here and
hold
I'm
on. But if you hear me saying that being a single mother is different than a baby mama,
then
then
maybe I'm waiting for you to do your single mother segment then.
I
'Cause
did it yesterday.
you did. No, you did. Yeah, you did. And it was not in my favor. You made it seem like
Excuse me,
I'm
ma'am.
not.
Stop, stop, stop. I need you to listen.
I'm
I
listening.
defined. I never speak about something that I don't define. At
Okay.
the beginning of the broadcast, I start off saying women who were married and had their children are single mothers. They are over here. I challenge you to go back and listen to that show.
No,
Comment
I
in the
just listened to it last. I did.
no. Listen, because I'm going to give you because ma'am, I talk to 5,000 people. I know what I say, and I know because I've done the broadcast. I write out the. I had a woman at the end of the show who was married and had 2 children. I said, ma'am, you are different from every other woman that was on here because your children are the result of marriage. So my thing is, why do you ladies, I can say it and I'll put you over here or put you in a category where it, and then you'll get triggered about something. And as all of a sudden, I didn't say it. And it's almost like, well, I can't be responsible if you don't remember that I said it when I said it at the beginning of the broadcast.
It's not that I don't remember that you said it. It's that we are women that are friends with other people and people are living these things. So
Okay.
you start out with the other ones that aren't
The
married,
baby mamas.
the
Like my
baby
mom,
mom.
like
You
my
start
mama.
out with the baby mom.
I start out talking about my mama.
And it makes it seem like there's no hope and
No, man,
there's
what it makes it seem like the truth. And if you listen to every one of those women I talked to last night, you go and tell me a man that wants to be with one. Listen, one got pregnant at 16, was with her man for 5 years.
14. She was 14.
14, no, that was the one, that was Friday
That's
night.
the first one.
That was Friday night. No, last night was 14
I'm
was Friday
sorry.
night. I know my shows. See,
I'm sorry.
this is where it starts to
Sorry,
get
I'm sorry,
contentious.
I'm sorry, I'm
I know
sorry.
because see, this is where I start snapping back at women because you want to hold me to something and you're not good on your facts. 14 was Jasmine from Friday night. But last night I'm talking about the woman who got pregnant at 16, was with her boyfriend for 5 years, broke up, start dating lawyers and carrying on, couldn't get a husband, then got back with her baby daddy and has a current 10-month old and wonders why she can't get anybody. I'm like, are you serious? You didn't require the first man to marry you, and you went and did the same thing 10 years later without marriage.
Yeah.
Go listen to every one of those women, and then I need you to look at what the men are saying. See, that's the problem.
So I will say that though, I do not. I've only seen you on YouTube. I have not looked at like he follows you on. He's in your group on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. I know he follows you on Instagram or whatever. I haven't gone that deep.
All you
So
have to
and
follow me on is on YouTube.
huh?
All you have to do is follow. First off, all you have to follow me
No,
is
no,
on
no.
YouTube.
I do follow you on
But I'm
YouTube.
saying
And
the bulk of my material is on YouTube, and what I'm telling you is,
no, I mean to like read the comments and stuff. Like
well,
I don't.
what I was saying is
That's
go back
not
and read the comments from yesterday's video.
okay.
Yesterday's video was, does being a single mother impact your value?
Yeah, no, that's the one that I did go watch because I am a single. I consider myself a single mother,
Okay,
and I do feel like I am high valued. I don't think that me being a single mother, but I do have different circumstances in my situation. I do have joint custody with my husband because
All
I
right.
did not believe
Okay,
that I
ma'am.
should.
All right, ma'am. You can, okay. Last
I'm
night's
sorry.
show was about baby mamas.
I watched it.
All right. So why are you talking about last night's show and being triggered?
What do you mean?
Why
You
why
we
why
talking
why
about
was anything I said last why would anything I said last night about baby mamas affect you?
because you talking about being a high value woman and I'm a baby mama and I'm a high value
Okay,
woman.
for the third time. That is not what I said, and you refuse to just accept the fact that you're wrong. Again, did you
Because
have
I
your
was married.
children? Again, did you have your
Because
children?
I was married.
Again, did you have your children as a result of marriage?
I did.
That makes you a single mother. A baby
Okay.
mama,
So
no, I'm going to mute you.
how does your
I'm going to
advice
mute
apply
you.
to me
I am going to mute
as a
you.
single mother?
Okay, I'm going to have to mute you. I don't play that shit. I don't care who brought you to my channel. Now you gonna check that shit or I'm going to somebody else. Get your lady under control, man. I'm trying to be respectful of you, but you're not going to overtalk me. Especially when you're wrong as French toast about what you're saying. Unmute yourself.
Okay.
I was talking about baby mamas last night. Women who get pregnant without a husband.
Okay.
2 hours, 48 minutes of it. Why does that
All
trigger
right.
you? That's what you need to figure
So,
out. Because it ain't
so
what
at
I
the
said.
beginning,
It ain't what I
so
said.
okay. This is my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the beginning of this conversation, you asked me how does this apply to me? And I had already told you because you mentioned it. So I understand I'm a baby mama from divorce.
No, ma'am. You okay? No offense, ma'am, but is your man around? Because you're mixing stuff up, and I'm not gonna do that.
No,
There a baby mom,
we started
a
from the
baby
same
mama never
place
a baby
together.
mom. Listen,
He's
ma'am.
right here.
No, ma'am.
He
No,
is
no,
here.
no, 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 no. Baby mamas aren't married. Simple as
They're
that.
divorced. So what do
No,
you consider me
no,
then? I'm divorced.
no.
I'm just
You're a
what am
divorcee.
I?
God damn it,
What am I when
a
I'm divorced?
divorcee.
Okay. So what category do I fall under when
A
you are
divorce.
saying
You were not. See, why do you black women want to fall in the struggle Olympics? Why are you trying to put yourself in a category that does not fit? You were in the what branch of the military?
I was in the Air Force?
Okay, then why the fuck would you try to put on a Marine uniform when it ain't you?
So that's why
Why would you
I
put on a
so
Marine uniform,
what
ma'am? You're
what
not in
video
this branch. You were
what
married.
video what video for you should I watch that's gonna help me?
Well, ma'am, I don't know if any videos are going to help you because you don't seem to have good listening skills. Because
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, I don't know how you could misinterpret what I said at the beginning of the video. You know what? I'll tell you even better.
I want to know what
I will tell
woman
you. I will
hurt
show you
you.
better than I can tell you.
What woman hurt you?
Oh, now you're
Because
going.
you're clearly
Now
hurt.
I would tell
You
no
come from
what you
a
know
place
what
of
now see
hurt,
now see now see
and
now
you
see
trying to give women
N-
advice
Now,
that you
see,
clearly
I was trying to be cool with you, but now you're gonna try to go
right,
down. You're
right.
gonna
Because
try to
we
go
both
down that path, but
divorced. We
no,
both divorced.
no, no, no. See, you little high yellow chicks always think you can come in capping, but no. What woman hurt me? No. Hey, bro. Hey, homeboy. This is you. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Are
Thank
you a
you.
PhD?
I'm a
So
PhD.
I like to think that I have my stuff together. I'm
Okay.
beautiful. I have a great body. I just
Okay.
turned 30. I don't have any children. Um, I work as a graduate assessor and I'm also a high school English teacher.
Okay.
And I am single. I was listening to the other day when you were talking about Tracy Ellis Ross. And I was a little like taken back at some of the things you said.
Such as.
So I was trying to understand, like, even today you were saying, like, A woman shouldn't be, her first focus should be on a man. And I just feel like if I sit around and wait for a man to do it, like I'm never gonna grow or be a better person for that man. Even looking at statistics, like the amount of black men, because I want a black man incarcerated, the amount of black
Hold on
men
now. So now I'm gonna stop
that
you
are
right here.
gay.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. This is a conversation. I'm gonna shut this shit down right here. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% are in the middle class. What you just said is an outright lie that has been disproven, debunked for decades, and you're still talking about it. Blackdemographics.com. Black statistics for black people by black people even debunks this. So please, ma'am, stop repeating that lie.
I might have to fact check, but those are
Fact check it all you want to. That's okay. I say this because I'm a black man, and when I hear black women repeat this lie, it bothers me because you're going to give me 51% are single and childless. Do you believe that or not?
I'm gonna take you for your word.
I'm asking you, do you believe it?
I believe something else until you told me that.
What percentage? What percentage of black men are okay? Please turn off YouTube in the background, and that's fine. But if we're gonna have a conversation, it has to be rooted in facts because you ladies love the facts that make you look good. And the ones you're saying talk about black men are in jail and down low and all this other kind of stuff. Man, that's an old trope that's been around since the 80s. In daytime TV, Oprah, Sally Jesse Raphael Donahue made millions and billions off of destroying black men. And when I hear black women going right along, educated black women going right along with this, when all it takes is a simple Google search and you can find blackdemographics.com. Just like the previous caller that I had to shut down when I said, according to the CDC, black men make the most involved active fathers. And no, black men can't be shit. So
I mean, I want them to be shit. So
the fact is 51% are single and childless and 64% are in the middle class. So now what's the issue?
I mean, I guess I have to explore those things. I guess the issue now is
you.
Me. So what's my issue?
Well, do you want to be married?
I do, possibly. But I'm happily single as well. So
okay. Well, happily single, what does that mean?
It means that if I never had the opportunity or meet the right person, I will be okay with that.
Why would you never have the opportunity?
If I just didn't meet the right person that like made me feel special and loved, important, treated me right, didn't cheat, all that stuff.
So in other words,
I feel like I got it
excuse
together.
me. Okay. Well, first I asked you if you said you never have the opportunity. Then I said, why wouldn't you have the opportunity? You just skipped right on over to that to get into the finding the right person. Why wouldn't you have the opportunity to get married? Can you get married? Are you legally single?
I am.
Can you enter into a contract with the man and the state? Can you sign a marriage license?
I can.
Then you have the opportunity to get married just like any of us.
Let's move on to settle.
Excuse me. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. Let's get into it. Since you want to smoke, I got it for you. How tall are you? How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Dress size?
7.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
170. I also have a 25-inch waist.
So 5'5". Listen, hold on.
Look me up.
Oh, first off, here's one simple rule. Hold on. There's one simple rule.
Because that's
hold on, ma'am. One simple rule of my show is I don't care who. Yes, you cannot do that. It will go completely off the rails because that is just disrespectful.
I agree. But you're disrespectful.
Excuse me?
I said you are disrespectful sometimes. But
I can beat it. Hold on, ma'am. I can tell you one thing. As the host, it's not disrespectful to cut you off because I am running a show for 4,500 people. I don't know you. I'm trying to do 10 different things. So this is my business. I'm running a show. If you consider me having standards and a systematic way I handle a show disrespectful, that's on you. Because I have plenty of women who love my show and watch it every day. But you seem to have a problem with the things I say, and that's your right. But don't call it disrespect because you don't like it.
No, I think the way you respond sometimes to people not cutting people off on your show that you're hosting is disrespectful. But what I was
Right.
going to say is that your body standards and my body standards are what
The
people
American
find
Medical
attractive.
Association, the American Medical Association. I'm a professional image consultant, so
Mhm.
your opinions and you're fine. You can have those, but I go
And I
by.
think
Excuse me, as an
you
image
may
professional.
think
Excuse
Paris
me.
Hilton's
Oh, see, there
body
you
is
go with
better
this shit
than.
again. I told you don't do this. See, I could care less if you disagree.
Uh-huh.
Many black women disagree with truth and facts all day long. Many black
Mm-hmm.
women will say they're thick when they're obese. 80%
Mm-hmm.
of black women are overweight. Is that true or false?
I haven't heard that statistics, but it's probably true. But I know that I have a 25-inch waist, and I know
Okay,
that
so you're
I
five foot
have
five. So
a.
you're 5'5",
Mhm.
right?
I don't have a problem with sharing
Excuse me,
pictures
ma'am.
because I'm
Excuse
fine.
me, I don't, ma'am. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
about your pictures. I need you to listen
Mm-hmm.
to some basic facts.
Mm-hmm.
In mammals, is it typical for the female of the species to weigh more than the male?
No, but I don't like
All
skinny
right,
men
ma'am.
either.
Then I need you to go to. So a man who's 5'5", how much should a man, healthy weight, 5'5", weigh?
I'm not sure. However, I wouldn't date a
How
man
much
who's
would a
five
man
foot
at
five.
5'5", healthy weight, weigh? Give me a ballpark. Guess.
Probably what they should weigh according to the BMI chart, or what they should weigh according to what I find attractive. Because what I
And
find
what you find
attractive would
attractive
probably
is
be
irrelevant.
obese.
And what you find attractive is irrelevant. I mean, just walking through society.
Walking through society of being
Just
a
answer the question,
5'9"
man.
woman and 100
Can you
pounds,
answer the
I don't think
question, ma'am?
that's cute.
Could you answer the question?
I think Bernice Burgos, who
I
has a
asked you a
fake body,
five
I
foot
think that's
five
the
man.
perfect
I asked
body,
you a
but you
5
gonna say
foot.
she overweight.
All right. I've told you several times. You're not going to talk over me. So I'm going to try this one more time. And if you're going to continue to do this, I'm going to bid you a good night.
Hello.
I asked you to answer the question, and you just keep on saying what you want to say. I just asked you to be polite, man. I'm trying to be
Mm-hmm.
polite to you. Could you please answer the question? Just give me a ballpark. How much should a 5'5" man weigh?
I was actually just looking at this chart recently, and I believe it's between 175 and 195.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's not. The average American man in 1960 was 5'9¾", 5'10", and he weighed 165 pounds. The average
Mm-hmm.
American female at the same time was 5'4", 120 pounds. Fast forward 55 years later, the average American man was still 5'10", and his weight had ballooned up from 165 to a whopping 168. He gained 3 pounds in 55 years. Yet the average American woman went from 120 to 160, a 40-pound differential. There should roughly be
Mm-hmm.
a 40 to 45-pound differential between men and women. The average height of a black woman, average weight of a black woman in this country, 5'4", 187. 80%
Mm-hmm.
of you are overweight, and you think because you have a nice snatched waist and a big
Mm-hmm.
ass, and you like where the fat landed, that changes it changes the way the body is set up. You're overweight for your height,
Mm-hmm.
and bottom line, you're way more than a man.
I don't weigh more than the man I date.
A man,
Because
if a
I
man
date
was
thick
your height,
men.
if a man was your height, you would weigh more than he does. You weigh more than the average American male who's 5'10". Did you not hear me say that the average man is 5'10", 168? You weigh
Mm-hmm.
more than the average man in this country.
And the average man in this country is in
The
my
average
DMs.
man in this country. And you can have all your defiant attitude and not like it and challenge the BMI and the racial disparity, whatever. Doesn't matter. You're overweight for your height.
I am, and I'm fine as hell.
Well, good. Knock it off. You could be as fine as hell. And the problem you had with me saying Tracy Ellis Ross could not get a high value man, and she's happily being single, is what?
Oh, do you consider Tracy Ellis Ross overweight? Is her BMI, her butt
I
too
ask
big?
you, see, the proper thing to do, ma'am, is before you ask a question, you answer the question that's been asked. You don't
Oh.
answer a question while asking another one. That's rude. That's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
You're an
I have a
educated woman.
degree
You
in
should know.
communications.
Well, then you should know how to do it better than I
I
do.
definitely do.
Well, apparently, but you're not making a very good showing, ma'am, because you're being very rude and disrespectful as far as communication goes. You've done this many times. I've had to mute you twice.
I'm a PhD.
So the question was, answer the question.
At this point, I don't remember the question.
Right. So you have a degree in communication, but you can't keep up with the communication.
I mean, there's a lot going on, sir.
There's only actually, I'm right here. I'm on task. You're the one that said have your degree in communication.
I do.
So show your work. I asked a question. What's the answer to the question I asked?
I asked you the question again.
All right. So in other words, you are being disrespectful because you're not even paying attention to the person who's hosting the show and the question I'm asking. You want to say what you want to say so much. You basically said, fuck you and your question. I'm going to say what I want. All right. So you're happily single. Congratulations.
Yeah.
What else?
I said, thank you.
So what else would you like us to know?
I mean, I believe that's it.
And you're how old again?
Say that again for me.
And so you're how old again?
I'm 30. I just turned 30 this year.
All right. 30 years old, happily single. 5'5", 170 pounds, 25-inch waist, and all these other things. But why, if you say you're happily single, but you'd be open to a relationship, which do you want?
So right now, I decided because I was dating someone and I got out of that situation.
Can you make it short, please, ma'am?
Like,
there are 4,700 people. Can you please kind of shorten it down so we can go back and forth? Which one would you like? Which one do you want? Do you want to stay single? Would you like to be in a relationship or married?
Right now I'm focusing on me for a while, but after that, yeah, someday.
Someday what?
Maybe in a year, I'll consider like dating and meeting someone and getting married. But
have you ever been engaged?
I have not.
Okay. Women control access to sex. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Men control access to relationship and marriage. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree.
So just because one day you may decide you want to do it, do you think it could happen just because you may decide you want to?
If I meet the right person, yes.
No. You don't control that. We do. See, you ladies always talk about one day in the future, if I decide I want to. You don't control that. Men do. That's what the old Tracy Ellis Ross is talking about. She's open. You can be open all you want to. No one wants to pick you. 25-inch waist and all. I mean, you've never been engaged to this point, right?
I haven't dated anyone I haven't been in a relationship in 8 years either.
Exactly. Thank you for proving my point.
I've been focused on me.
Exactly. I could not dream you up, ma'am. You are you are the person I made this show about. You have no relation. It's difficult for you even to hold a civil conversation with the man who challenges you. So yes, you haven't fit for one.
But it's by choice. I had people
Of
pursue me
course,
for a
it's yeah.
relationship.
No, they pursue you for sex.
Okay.
They didn't pursue you to be married. They did not pursue you for being a wife. Knock that shit off.
Okay.
See, guys, remember the laughter is a tell. It's getting more pronounced the deeper the truths get because it's uncomfortable now.
Okay.
I'm talking to the audience who can see what's going on, but you think you think you're the shit.
I do.
Good.
And one
But
day somebody else
unfortunately,
will
but
too.
unfortunately, the kind of man that you would want, the special kind of guy, doesn't seem to share your opinion. If he did, he'll be trying to find you. He would have wifed you by now. Not after you,
Awesome.
not when you're in your, because your youth is what men want. Your youth, your fertility, your womb. We don't want you when you're all past the wall and everything else. So your sell by date has already happened, but you were not fit for it, and that's fine. And women like you and Tracy Ellis Ross can say what you want, but just like her, you sound delusional.
I'm
You
old
can't.
at 30.
No, you're first off. No, you're okay. You're at the wall at 30, but past 35, you enter what, high risk pregnancy.
You do.
Okay, so your eggs are old. And as somebody who has not had a relationship in 8 years, you're wholly unfit. Your relationship muscles have atrophied. This back and forth right here proves that you really don't even know how to hold even even a civil conversation. You may be able to have sex, but a relationship, no. So it's not as though you could just turn this shit on and off when you choose to. So being happily single, you don't have any choice but to be single and be happy with it because you don't have a choice to not be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why you're not cackling and laughing as much because the truth is set in. You don't have any options in this.
I'll be
Enjoy.
cackling.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Spotlight News. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hope you're doing well, all guys. How have been your day? Before we proceed, let's give respect to the fallen legend Papa Kevin Samuels for his good work he has done and for bringing out the peak of love to the community and to bring back the peace of family, because as we go in new generations, a long time ago families were the best, and it was something that was seen as respectful to the society. But this time around, it's so unfortunately that a lot of members are losing interest in one way or the other, are losing interest in families, are losing interest in how they coordinate themselves and how they bring out their self in one way or the other. So at the end of the day, you find it very hard for someone to have a family because they think it's not good to have a relationship or a family because someone or someone somewhere is not doing right with their family, so they have to come together and end this family issue. So you find it very hard for the youth, the upcoming youth, to grow up saying that it's okay for a mom to be a single mom, it's okay for a man to be a single dad. So it's very hard for this young generation to come up with a family because at the end of the day, they are seeing from their old generations that this is not a right way to deal with families. So at the end of the day, if you're to look at this, most ladies, what they speak about men, it's so unfortunately that it's so annoying that at the end of the day, even when they are, how can you tell me a single mom is raising a daughter or a son, and the way they talk about single fatherhood is very bad. And how would you think that kid would have interest to be a father and a mother relationship? That means there will be no relationship unless otherwise. But I'm telling you the fact that in ATS, relationship or marriages were working out, but right now they aren't working out because at the end of the day, you find it very hard for people to connect because at times people are looking at this as failed goals of relationship, as they don't want to talk about it or to speak about anything like relationship. So as we are continuing, we are going to look at this lady. She's a single mom, and according to what she speaks, she thinks she understands a lot. First of all, before you come to an interview, be ready to be asked questions, and you're ready to answer, but don't just chill. You be like, it's like it's your knowledge, it's your what, you speak wherever you want because you feel like this is the one favoring you. At the end of the day, you end up messing up everything and you can't stand it alone. Let me tell you, if you're a single mother and you have a man out there and they accept you as you are, just thank the Almighty. I'm telling you, men don't want single mothers. And not only single mothers, actually, in this generation, even you find men don't want to marry. So when a man starts to accept you with your care, just thank God according to that, because it's not easy for a man to take you as a single mom, because actually these are the same men making us single mothers, and at the same time they drop us. But you find a man of, let me say, 5 kids, but he's saying, I don't want to marry a lady with kids. Are you getting me? I think you're getting what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, if you mess up, let me say, ladies, okay, most ladies, 90% think after giving birth and you're a single mom, there is that percentage that goes low. Though some of them think it's a high value, but at times it's not. But if you work out your mistake you made when you're still young or what, you can bring it out. And at times, if you look at these ladies, they are the ones that cause these marriages to break up. So guys, let me tell you this, let us learn how to hold families. And unless it's worse, my motto is, unless it gets worse and to someone is about to die in the relationship, move out. But if it's sortable, please, you can sit and sort it with your loved one. Yeah, and I love you all. Let me say bye-bye, and don't forget that I love you so much. Let's give respect to the fallen legend, Pepper Kevin Summers. You're there, you have a youths and other group you can teach about relationship. You can tap on Kevin Summers videos as we go on to like. Bye-bye. I love you so much, guys.